Dr. Paul is a well-loved veterinarian who has helped many animals. However, his family has experienced a terrible tragedy. His son Charles went through a life-changing loss that deeply affected him and the entire Paul family. Join us as we share their story, which is truly heartbreaking. Charles Paul, son of the famous Dr. Paul, has been impacted in ways we will reveal. This story blends success, happiness, and personal tragedy. So, Charles is a well-known face on TV, where he has helped produce and star in his father's show, sharing the amazing world of animal care with millions. However, behind the scenes, Charles has gone through difficulties and heartbreak that many fans don't know about. This script explores the life of Charles Paul from his early years. Charles Paul was born on March 6, 1979 in central Michigan. He was adopted as a baby by Dr. Jan Paul and his wife Diane. Growing up, animals were a big part of his life and were treated like family. We'll look at his journey from childhood, living with his parents and animals, to his successful career in television, especially his important role in the show The Incredible Dr. Paul. We will also discuss the tough challenges he has faced behind the scenes, revealing a story that is both inspiring and emotional. You were like family. Picture growing up next to cows, waking up to pigs, and spending a lot of time at a veterinary clinic. As a kid, Charles was fully immersed in farm life. While other kids played video games or collected baseball cards, Charles was busy helping his dad with the animals. The family motto was, "Work hard and avoid the manure." From a young age, Charles helped his dad and learned to care for animals. While farm life can be funny, Charles wasn't happy just being part of the veterinary world, even if it was amusing to watch his dad struggle with a huge 1,500-pound cow. He dreamed of something bigger than the barn. While his dad was busy with patients, Charles imagined shining in Hollywood. He wanted to tell stories without the smell of manure. So he took his memories of farm life and decided to follow his own dreams. Driven by determination, Charles discovered his talent for television production and became the mastermind behind the show The Incredible Dr. Paul. Although he didn't become a veterinarian like his father, he found his own way to highlight his family's incredible life. From a young age, Charles had a passion for storytelling and enjoyed entertaining anyone who would listen, whether it was family, friends, or a barn full of animals. Charles grew up in a family where his father, Dr. Jan Paul, worked as a veterinarian and loved animals. However, Charles was interested in a different path. He dreamed of working in entertainment. After finishing high school, he took an important step towards his goals by enrolling at the University of Miami to study communications. He was excited to move on from his small-town life in central Michigan and pursue a career that was very different from farming and rural living. Charles thought he would do the same work as his father, but he had different ideas. Instead of farming, he wanted to work in films. After college, Charles moved to Los Angeles, the center of the film industry, to chase his dreams. He took internships at well-known production companies to learn the ropes in a tough job market. Although moving to Hollywood was a big change from his countryside life, Charles did really well. Charles was motivated by his determination, curiosity, and the strong work ethic his parents taught him in Los Angeles. He interned with industry legends like Sidney Pollack and Edward James Olmos. These internships were challenging but incredibly helpful, giving him a close look at how Hollywood operates. He learned production skills, from managing tight schedules to understanding storytelling on screen. These early experiences were crucial for Charles's development. He gained important technical skills for film and television and built the confidence to chase his big dreams. This experience laid the groundwork for his role in creating The Incredible Dr. Paul, which turned his family's small veterinary clinic into a worldwide success. While he left farm life for Hollywood's excitement, his background played a key role in his greatest achievement. Despite his Hollywood goals, Charles Paul remained connected to his roots. After years in the entertainment industry, Charles stayed closely connected to his family and the special world he grew up in. He realized that the daily life of his father, Dr. Jan Paul, and their family's veterinary practice would make a great reality TV show. Dr. Paul's strong commitment to animals, straightforward style, and vibrant personality were unique. In 2011, Charles suggested making a show about it. After working in his father's rural veterinary practice in Michigan, Charles saw a chance to not only show the great work his father did, but also to highlight the difficulties and benefits of veterinary care in a small community. With determination and his experience in the field, Charles pitched the idea to National Geographic, Wild, The network quickly saw the special charm of the Paul family and their story, leading to the creation of The Incredible Draw Paul. The show premiered later that year, with Charles's help, the amazing Dr. Paul turned the family into well-known figures. The series celebrated the bond between people and animals while also showing the real joys and challenges of life in the country. Charles worked hard to keep the show's story genuine and connected to the family's background, making it special to viewers around the world. While Charles Paul has seen great success in his career, his personal life has had its ups and downs. One of his happiest moments was in 2018 when he married Beth Oakes, a childhood friend who has been close to his family for many years. Charles and Beth's relationship grew naturally from their long friendship and shared memories. Their wedding was a touching event, attended by family, friends, and fans of The Incredible Paul, who were excited to see Charles take this important step. Charles and Beth's love story quickly became popular with viewers who appreciated their true connection and the joy they brought to one another. In 2019, their family grew with the birth of their daughter, Abigail, starting a new chapter in Charles's life. Charles took on fatherhood with the same commitment and humor that his fans loved. In 2021, the Paul family welcomed a baby boy, showing that Charles is a caring husband and father. Being a parent brought him happiness and new responsibilities, helping him better understand family life and the challenge of balancing work and personal duties. Even while working on a popular TV show, Charles always put his family first, showing that his biggest achievements are with them. Charles Paul is not only a star on screen, but also a family man who enjoys life with his loved ones. However, in September 2019, he faced a heartbreaking tragedy when his brother-in-law, Adam Butch, died unexpectedly at just 23 years old. Adam was the beloved son of Charles's sister Kathleen Paul and a treasured member of their family. His sudden passing left a significant emptiness in their lives. His 7-year disability discredited Kathleen's legacy and the subsequent post-millennial transition. As a young man with a promising future, Adam was very close to Charles and the whole Paul family. He often joined them for family events and was a part of their daily lives. His death was a huge loss for each family member and a painful reminder of how uncertain and fragile life can be. Charles, who was always steady and good at lifting people's spirits, felt the impact of the loss deeply. He tried his best to support his sister during this tough time. The Paul family has decided to mourn privately during this difficult time, but their sadness was clear to their fans online and on their show. Adam's death reminds us to appreciate our loved ones in the shortness of life. Even though they are famous, the Paul family still experiences heartbreak, showing that they are just like everyone else. For Charles, who is already managing his career and his family, this loss is even harder to bear. Adam was a hard time for the Paul family, who usually focus on happier moments. Although they don't often talk about their deep sadness, their connection became even clearer after the tragedy. This situation showed fans that, despite their success on camera, the Paul family faces the same struggles as anyone else, relying on each other for support and love. Charles's strength for his family during this tough time illustrates his strong character, even as he copes with his own feelings. Charles Paul felt deep pain after the tragic loss of his brother-in-law, Adam Butch. To cope, he turned to his family and work for comfort. He dedicated himself to his show, The Incredible Dr. Paul, and other creative projects. Through his work, he aimed to entertain and inspire people, sharing messages of hope, resilience, and the importance of valuing loved ones. He believed in the power of healing, power of connection and storytelling. Charles also became a quiet advocate for mental health awareness. While not overtly public about his own struggles, his actions spoke volumes. His ability to continue creating heartfelt content in the wake of such loss resonated with fans, many of whom admired the Paul family's strength and vulnerability during difficult times. Charles's approach reminded viewers of the importance of seeking support, finding purpose, and staying connected with loved ones even in the darkest moments. The Paul family's resilience during this time inspired people around the world. Charles's strong commitment to his family, work, and personal growth shows his strength and ability to turn difficult experiences into something positive, providing hope for others. While Charles enjoys the benefits of being famous, fame also brings challenges. Living in the public eye means he gets a lot of attention, and he is not immune to this reality. As the executive producer of The Incredible Dr. Paul, he has dealt with criticism and controversy over the years. Some viewers and organizations have complained about certain veterinary practices shown on the show. While many fans appreciate the show's authenticity and the Paul family's commitment to animal care, others have raised concerns about some of the methods displayed. leading to discussions on social media and among professionals. Managing these controversies has been challenging for him. Charles is key to the show and has to balance keeping it true to its spirit while also listening to what the audience wants. His job requires him to be diplomatic, strong, and dedicated to making sure the show stays genuine and respectful. Besides professional challenges, he has also had to handle rumors and speculation about his personal life. Being in the public eye means dealing with gossip, false claims, and sometimes harsh criticism from people he doesn't know. Despite everything that has happened, Charles has stayed true to his commitment to his family and the mission of the show. Instead of being distracted by fame, he finds strength in his upbringing and the strong family values taught to him by Dr. Jan and Diane Paul. His ability to handle tough situations shows his character. Behind the cameras and public attention, he is a man who cares deeply about his work, family, and the principles that shape the Paul legacy. Charles Paul has made significant contributions. Dr. Paul has made a strong mark in reality television as both the executive producer and a main character of the show. He has helped create the show's special appeal, connecting rural America with mainstream media. His work highlights the beauty and challenges of being a veterinarian in a way that connects with viewers around the world. By mixing interesting stories with honesty, Dr. Paul has brought the show to life. Paul's strong values and hard work have inspired people everywhere. He focuses on showing the true realities of rural life and animal care while keeping things warm and funny, which has made him loved by fans and respected in the industry. However, outside of his TV success, Charles's most important role is as a father and husband. He has faced tough personal challenges, including the sad loss of his brother-in-law and the pressures that come with being famous. Yet, he has remained strong. He stayed committed to his family, showing deep love for his wife Beth and their children, Abigail and their son. Charles believes in the importance of creating a caring home. His story shows that success isn't just about career achievements or being famous. It's really about facing life's challenges with grace, strength, and love. He manages to be a devoted family man while also doing well in his job. The story of Charles Paul shows his strong character. It highlights his resilience, love, and determination. From growing up on a family farm to succeeding in television, Charles has stayed true to himself and his values. Despite going through great loss, he has used his pain to find purpose, which is inspiring. His life reminds us that every success story includes challenges and hardships. Although his journey has had sadness, it is ultimately one of hope and strength. The story of Charles Paul, son of Dr. Jan Paul, shows the strength of the human spirit. He has experienced both great success and deep sadness. Growing up on the family farm and working with his father, he later made a name for himself in Hollywood by producing the popular reality show The Incredible Dr. Paul. While many admire his success, it is his personal challenges that have truly shaped who he is today. After losing his brother-in-law Adam Butch in a sudden and sad way, Charles has shown great strength. He has managed to move forward by finding comfort in his work and his family, which reflects the values his parents taught him.